Okay, hello again, my friends. Welcome back to the cockpit. We are just within a few seconds turning inbound leg of our holding over Erzincan VOR, and right now time for execute the exit from the holding, and within some second later, due to restriction of procedure turn to max speed 185, I will start to configure the aircraft toward the speed of 185, and I told you that for this procedure I am going for do the selected approach about the management, and right now I start that heading checked, continue toward overview of Erzincan, and we are 6 miles almost inbound to the VOR, starting for configure the aircraft. Speed is managed, approach phase activated, and approach checklist completed. Flaps 1, speed checked, flaps 1, and reducing to S speed. Right, I preset the speed to 185 and selected the speed to 185, and flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2, going toward the VOR, and upon reaching the VOR we can descend to 1000 feet. Okay, reducing to a speed 185 and maintaining 13,500 based on QNH 1018. Just approaching the VOR, turning toward 290 degrees. We have almost 22 knots of crosswind right now. I select the track FPA now and turning into track 290. We just passed the overview of Erzincan and select the flight path angle of -3.5 and pull, descending 1000 feet on a speed 185, which is almost the procedure, instrument approach procedure restriction. FPA -3.5 degrees, alt 1000 blue, and track. Turning into track 283 to make a CDI or course deviation indicator faster to the center position. Very nice environment around the city of Erzincan, which is located at the center of beautiful country of Turkey. Track 288 is good. 1000 to go, checked, and CDI center 290 is selected, and after passing upon reaching the 10 mile, turning into track 335 from 75 second, it means 1 minute and 15 second. Alt star checked. Just approaching 9 mile out of a station, alt checked. We reached 1000 feet due the level of procedure turn, just passing 9 mile out of a station. Okay, 10 mile, track 335 from the beginning of turn. Start the time, track 335, and going for set the final course 110 on pilot flying side. The differences between TRUE speed and also ground speed is right now around 15 or 15 knots. We add 1.5 second to previous 75 second. Totally we flying this track 90 second, 90 second. It means 1 minute and 30 second. Then via left turn proceeding on track 155. Okay, reaching 1.5 minute, turning into 155 degrees. From the left and join the final course 110. We should be, according to previous briefing, at 10 mile from the VOR on final, in landing gear down, config 3, and also FS speed. CDI alive. We are almost 17.3, which is the distance reducing. Okay, turning into one 0 degrees, and time for landing gear down. Speed check, gear down. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Speed managed. Flaps 3, speed check. Flaps 3. Upon reaching 10 mile, with descending 9,000 feet. You see that from here we are very high to make a straight in landing to runway 10. I put the flight path angle to -4 degrees and just passing 10 mile, FPA -4, alt 9,000 feet blue. We are continued down to 9,000 feet on for 5 mile from the VOR, and we are very high from here down to the runway, and it is actually impossible to make a landing on runway 10 from the straight in procedure. And also we just passing 8 mile from the VOR, and just right now 1000 to go. We are exactly on final, but about 6 degrees offset from the extended runway center line. And after 5 miles, we are going to make a pattern from north of the airport. Okay, alt start checked. Going for 45 degrees to the left, and we are now descending 7,500 as a MDA. The runway is clearly in sight, and turning back into track 110. Okay, we do not need this selection, just I put 1024 in case of misapproach for VOR2, and set rose nav with the range 10, rose nav with the range 10 on both sides. Just passing Abim threshold runway 10, descending to 7,500, clearly aerodrome and also train and run threshold runway 10 are in sight. At this moment, alt star checked. And alt. This approach altitude 13,500 is set. Autopilot off. Both FDs off, and the Abim threshold pass with a shallow bank angle about 15 degrees, turning into the southern downwind and descending 5,300 feet with almost rate of descent of 1,200 or 300 feet per minute. The threshold runway 10, which is a landing runway, is in sight. Also runway 28, and actually aerodrome train and set track to 284 for the next downwind. Aerodrome inside with the threshold of landing runway 10. Checked. 1000 to go. Checked. Approaching track 284. Okay, wings level. Reducing rate of descent. And I pause the simulator, jump into all these questions, but before that I am going to activate the secondary flight plan. Keep this continuity. We have two discontinuity. I remove one of them and going for ask from ourselves that we are 2.5 nautical mile offset. Yes, we are. Position downwind, yes. Track downwind, yes. 284, 284. And abeam threshold, actually few mileage to cross the abeam threshold. Tailwind or for timing, we have almost 183, 164. It means about 20 knots, 19 knots tailwind. The timing will be almost 25 seconds. And crosswind a little bit train inside, and we are aware. Okay, everything go as expected. Going for the rest of the procedure and try to maintain track. 284, reset the chrono and actually clock. The threshold runway 10 is passed. We have indication here. Time noted. For 25 seconds we are in circling area. Everything is good, and 25 seconds is approaching to turning into the right, a little bit rate of descent. We are clearly have the threshold of runway 10 in sight, and time for flaps full and landing checklist. Checked. We are fully visual, reducing the rate of descent, and We have the runway inside. Oh, do not climb. Landing checklist is completed. Increase the rate of descent. About 1000 feet per minute is enough. And turning final. Checked. Right now, set the runway track 10 4 500 check, and we are stabilized. (104) is set. Checked.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Diesel. (80 knots). Manual braking. Auto brake off. Reverse stowed. Welcome to the Erzincan Aerodrome and Airport. It was a full brief and full flight to make it complicated and also not a suitable circling approach according to the circling patterns that we talked about. It did you saw that it's complicated but not hard, very easy, but with awareness and also crew coordination, as same as situational awareness, you can make it easily. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any suggestion or recommendation which can improve my profession and also improve my videos for next and upcoming videos, I highly appreciated you for leave comments below the videos, and also I have more news from you. Okay, let's see that we don't have any bounce during landing, and also G-force was at 1.13 G, and the landing area, touchdown area, was almost near the aiming point. Okay, going for reducing the speed and also Make a after landing checklist. Time is to go for review some common mistakes during circling approaches. The first common mistake is descending below MDA or H prematurely. Whenever we have the threshold of landing runway, also the environment of the aerodrome and train inside, we can descend below MDA. Exceeding the protected circling area, it means 4.2 mile for Cat Charlie aircraft and 5.3 for Cat Delta aircraft. APU starting, check. All the way that you are circling, you should remain inside this protected area. The next item about common mistake during circling approach is loss of visual contact with the runway threshold. The other one is improper approach setup and briefing, poor energy management during circling, and incorrect execution of the missed approach. Reducing speed. The next item is inadequate train awareness, improper autopilot and flight director management, poor task sharing and crew coordination, and the last one is failure to account for wind and also drift. All the way that you are in circling area, you should be aware about all of these items, as same as internal and external items such as autopilot, flight director, and also your primary and secondary flight plan, and about the navigation, everything that you can use that make your awareness into the higher level, you can use as an advisory that which are recommended by Airbus. For the external items, as same as wind speed and direction, train, aerodrome, environment, and also many other factors you should observe for initiation and continuation and also termination of the circling procedure and maneuver. Okay, we are approaching to the last minutes of this tutorial, and I back to the left seat because on the ground the left seat pilot should taxi the aircraft and do the ground operation. Again, thank you very much for joining me. Previously I recorded a video with the title of Visual Approach Essential. I put the link in the description and also right now above this video. If you do not have already do not see that video, highly recommended you that go back for check and watch that video and do not leave comment for me. And also, if you do not subscribe the channel yet, I highly appreciate you to subscribe the BoomerangSimPilot channel. Thank you very much, and see you again in the BoomerangSimPilot channel. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride on board BoomerangSimPilot channel. Waiting you on next upcoming videos. Thank you and goodbye.